Who could forget what happened here May 18th, 2024? Tyson Fury versus Alexander Usyk for the undisputed heavyweight title. Alongside me, English fighting legend Rocky Marciano, 201 pounds of pure terror. JakePaul.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner.
What a pleasure it is to be here. Marciano with one of the best right hands in boxing history. If he catches you flush, it's good night. They've got to use their jab better in this fight. A straight right just misses. Crowd here cannot wait. They've been buzzing all day long, and finally, we're about to get it on.
Situations like this, Todd, will either make or break a fighter, because the expectation from the thousands of people here, of the millions of people around the world, people like you and I sat here expecting everything and anything, can break a man or make a man.
Fighters landing in these exchanges, judge is going to have a tough job.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Has to be careful for that receipt, it's always coming. That uppercut can't get through. Time they throw a shot, they get countered. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. No rest for the weary. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecard. And there's the bell for round 2. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Those counter punches have to hurt. This fighter has that swarmer's mentality, taking away an opponent's reach, getting on the inside, and just banging and banging and banging.
Swarmers, you can go back in boxing history, and when you've seen them, when you've seen the best of the best swarmers going, you understand how hard it is. It looks exciting from the outside in. Can you imagine being right in there?
He threw a punch and just got countered. Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. Way through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Nope, that jab not going to score. One punch could change the entire complexion of this fight. Counter punch. That counter punch caught him clean. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. That bell could not have come soon enough. The bell rings and we start the third. Coming off a very tough round, let's see what they do here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt, you've got to get out there again. Be smart, be sharp, Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
You couldn't write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. Exchange punches. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. That hook was off target. Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the...
Oh my goodness, Johnny! Where was the defense? Why weren't they covering up? Why weren't they more cautious? We almost saw a knockout a second ago, and now they're going toe-to-toe.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
He just misses with that jab. Very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Well, we're entering desperation. Back at it in round 4. After that last round, something has got to change.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
It's Rocky Marciano who hits a counterpunch. Hold on, gotta cut you off here, Johnny. Are we witnessing one of the all-time greats go down? Oh, do you believe this? Rocky Marciano is down! I don't care how good your chin is. A punch like that, and you're going down.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're out.
So time to go celebrate that. I'm Todd Grisham. The fighters are here, and they're about to get it on at the Lighthouse Theater. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
The pleasure's always mine, my friend.
It's time for our tale of the tape. And getting ready to fight here, Alexander Usyk, 6'3" and 198-centimeter reach. Up against them, Alexander JakePaul fighting at...
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out
Not too many seats to be had in this arena as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
Did you feel that energy? Did you hear that beat in the music? If anything's going to get you ready for a fight, it's that.
What? You can't imagine how bad these fighters want to get their hands on each other. Not so tense anymore, trying to loosen things up. I like it. This fight has a real good flow to it. Oh my, the Ukrainian has been rattled. They've avoided catastrophe there.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What will they do? What will they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
That counter shot lands. This theater is used to hosting concerts and plays, but tonight it's the sweet science that takes center stage.
He's getting everything tonight. And you know what? When you're in a theater, you know you've got to perform. There's no cutting corners. There's no making of excuses because you're going to be so transparent, all laid out there.
Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Nice counter. Left uppercut doesn't score. And he scores with the counter. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. And JakePaul just got knocked out. Thank goodness we've got instant replay. We get to see it again.
A shot from the gods took him.
So it's onward.
off completely. You're starting to make mistakes, and you're switching off. I need you to switch back on. Get focused. Get your mind back on the job. Back. Okay, focus. Big breath. What was that? What are you doing? Come on, you're switching off. Don't worry about that round. Don't worry about it. Let's go out there and let's fight. Now you're switching on. Now listen, kid, I need you to go back out there, do your business. Better than that. You getting soft on me? Let's do it. right. Don't all your work all the way.
And back.
You let him back into the fight that round. That's his round.
Let's go.
Welcome to the very mysterious theatrical venue that is Cambrian Hall. Alongside me, Johnny Nelson.
Hi, Todd. Nice to be here with you.
Time for our tale of the Lawrence the Sauce. JakePaul, fighting out of Cleveland, Ohio, currently residing in Dorado, Puerto Rico.
It'll be ding-ding from birth. Bob, they're off.
The fighters are ready to go. Let's hear the official introductions. We turn it over to the classy Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, here is a British, Commonwealth, and European.
All the talking has been done. It's time. These two fighters promised us an offensive show. Let's see if they deliver. Can't land that jab. Neither fighter willing to slow down. Both men step back for just a moment. Good counter punching. Not too many seats to be had in this arena as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
You have certain fighters that are born for this, that are made for the big crowd. And looking at corner right there, that is that fighter right there. They have elevated, lifted, it's like they're not touching the ground. This is what they were born for.
These two are the perfect dance partners.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Nice counter shot. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. The straight right just misses. The hook, but it doesn't score. The only fear you have with this fighter is has he punched? Oh, wait a minute! Okolie may go down here. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Hold that thought! Lawrence Okolie caught with a thunderous shot. Let's talk about Okolie in that last round. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on.
On to the second round. Beautiful counter punch. When you're fighting a counter-puncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counter-puncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counter-puncher smart.
This is what Okolie did not want to do. Lawrence Okolie rocked and down he goes. One punch did the trick. Let's see it again in slow motion.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Game continues.
The referee deems they can continue, but this might be a big mistake.
Well, now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, get new instructions given to you, and they've got to G you up. They've got to tell you what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right.
Halfway through the round, and I think we all know who's winning here.
Perfect game plan. The thing is, can anybody figure out what to do to change this? It's a perfect start.
The bravery being shown here is just incredible. Bombs away. Okay, final 10 seconds of the round, and he is looking really sharp. Let's talk about Coley in that last round. Boy, this next round. On to the third. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
Oh, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming up? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Beautiful counter shot. A perfect counter shot. Lawrence Coley caught with a thunderous shot. Just one punch away from getting the heavy shot, and down goes Coley. And you can see here on the replay a perfect body shot, and he dropped like a loose suit.
I've got to see that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
They're on their feet, but is this the beginning of the end?
That is a show of character. When you're put down, your ego's hurt, your chin's hurt, your body's hurting, and you've got to get up, suck it up, and think, right, I'm back in the game again. It's so hard for a fighter.
Pretty good start the first half of this round.
The corners must be so happy. Down to a T, play the plan out to a T. If they can pick up momentum and do this over and over again, they've got it.
Covering up. How is this fight still continuing?
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way.
10 seconds to go, and what domination we've seen in this round. Let's talk about Coley in that last round. Let's see how the... Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They've staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
This is what Coley did not want to do. Coley wobble and down. When you get hit with a body shot like this, there's nothing you can do. Watch it again in slow motion.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're out.
Not many people would have predicted it, but we've got a... We've got high hopes for this contest with these two fighters. Should be a really good matchup. I'm Todd Grisham. And watching this live with me is Johnny Nelson.
It's going to be unbelievable. The fans, everybody around the world, the fighters. This is just one of those things.
It's time now for our tale of the tape. Up first, Jake Paul, the problem child, 6'1" tall, with a reach of Jake Paul. The Rock, Rocky Marciano, the Brockton Brawler himself, one of the greatest fighters of all time. A sparkling record and one of the best to ever do it.
Look at this. These fights are so up for it. Look at that.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from Dorado, Puerto Rico, a social media superstar and rising contender known as El Gallo de Dorado, JakePaul.
Not too many seats. Marciano with one of the best right hands in boxing history. If he catches you flush, it's good night. Swing and a miss with the jab. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Defense is not an option for these two. The crowd here cannot wait. They've been buzzing all day long, and finally, we're about to get it on.
Can you imagine walking into this, Todd? Walking into an arena with such noise, people chanting your name. You can't even hear your cornerman whispering in your ear. I've been in situations like that where it can be terrorizing if you haven't got your wits about you.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Only catching air with that hook. Beautiful counter punch. It's Rocky Marciano who hits a counter punch. Throws the jab but does not score. A perfect counter shot. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Are we witnessing one of the all-time greats go down? Talk about Jake Paul in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around? On to the second round. And shoot. Unlucky to miss with that uppercut. How about that time counter shot? Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
Counterpunch is my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
He misses with that jab. We wanted action, and they are delivering. A perfect counter lands. Well done with that counter shot. And he misses with that jab. counter punches have to hurt. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about JakePaul in that lap.
What's he doing?
Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
There's a counter shot. He threw a punch and just got countered. So close with that uppercut. One punch could change everything in this battle. They won't give us a second to catch our breath. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. The jab doesn't quite connect. Beautiful counter shot. This fight has a real good flow to it. Very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about JakePaul in that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one.
Dominance.
Be smart.
That will do it. They want no more. And that will do it. This fight is over. The weather couldn't be more perfect. Sunny skies as we get set to rumble here at Empire. Alexander Usyk. Jake.
This bout is...
Well, I hope you brought... So here we go. Should be a good one. And he misses with that straight left. Beautiful counter shot. So much for boxing. This is a fight. The perfect counter lands. Nice counter shot. And, of course, we fight outside today, Johnny, and that's going to put a little extra strain on both of these fighters' conditioning.
This is taking boxing back to its roots. Outside, where you've got the crowd there, you can hear everything. You've got the breeze of the wind. You've got the heat of the sun. You know when you're doing this? Your feet are on fire. They're on fire in the ring.
Punches have to hurt. Straight right just misses. Just missed with that hook. He threw a punch and just got countered. How about that time counter shot? Nice exchange here from both men. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Alexander Usyk in that last round. What would you tell? Here we go for round two. After that last round, something has got to change.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get sucked in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Perfect counter shot. A counter fighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
Time they throw a shot, they get countered. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
The straight right just misses. They exchange punches. One punch could change anything when these two step in the ring. Another scoring shot there. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Alexander Usyk in that last round. Well, he is in big. And there's the bell to start round three. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab. Rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Punch, counter punch. Well done with that counter shot. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? That counter punch caught him clean. Off the charts action from both of these fighters. Counter punching. Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
There's a counter shot. That left hook missed. Nice job by him to block that jab. Walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. That count a very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Alexander Usyk in that last round. Well, here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
That much doesn't score. That hook was off target. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Nice counter shot. Catch and shoot. There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows. Imagine seeing this punch coming and not being able to do anything about it.
That's like...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You still want to fight?
How about that will to win and refusal to stay down as this fight continues?
What resilience to be...
So we enter the final 10 seconds here in a pretty dominant display. Let's talk about Alexander Usyk in that last round. On to the 5th we go. Something has got to change after 2 knockdowns in the last round.
I have no idea what they have left. How do you come back from something like that? Not on twice? Where's your head at? Where's your energy levels at? It tells you you've got nothing left.
And he dropped him. The perfect sniper shot. Let's watch it again one more time.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Are you okay?
So the fight will continue, but what does the game plan have to look like now?
Todd, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up from the stool again? That was a shot.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. And he scores with the counter. Nice defense on that right hook. Solid punch. One punch punch could change everything in this battle. It's been all one-way traffic with just 10 seconds to go in the round. Talk about Alexander Usyk in that last round. Well, at this... Let's start the sixth. They barely survived the last round after 2 knockdowns. Let's see what happens here.
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
How do they use this fighter's aggression against them?
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's the only way you beat an aggressive fighter. Show your boxing skills. Step out the way. Don't fight fire with fire. Use flame over burn.
Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. One punch could change the entire complexion of this fight. You'd like to see more jabs. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Alexander Usyk in that last. There's the bell to start round 7. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It could all come down to who's in better shape.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. They are not going to let this one go to the judges. These two are the perfect dance partners.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to...
A big headshot, and he goes down. We have got to see that again in slow motion.
I need to see that again.
It happened. You saw it here live. A knockout win. Congratulations.